Hello YouTube. In this video I'm going to be talking about massage guns. These things. So are massage guns useful? Should you get them? Are they worthwhile? I would say on all counts, yes. The reason being is massage guns are much better than foam rollers in the sense where you're able to specifically attack certain things because you get a variety of different attachments. For example, this is the main one you normally use, but you get various others, which mean you can target not just the muscles, but the tendons. The reason why it's harder to target the tendons is because this is just, in a sense, it's kind of flat and it's too thick. It's not able to get into these tiny little places to be able to get into something like this. For example, with an attachment that was this thin, which I think there's one quite close to that. The closest would be this one. You'd be able to like attack in between the knuckles if you wanted to massage there, which you wouldn't. Obviously, the massage gun is most likely going to be for your legs and your back on most occasions, but this is why. Another reason why I like this massage gun, not this one specifically, but just massage guns in general, is because with a foam roller, what ends up happening is you use it and it flattens out all of the muscles. And if you're trying to use it, this is why you don't really use a foam roller before you go and sprint. But if you used to try and use a foam roller before you went to sprint, that's flattened out all of your fast twitch muscle fibers. It's flattened out all of the muscle fibers, fast twitch and slow twitch, which means they're not able to fire as efficiently as they would have been able to. But if you use a massage gun, you can play around with the intensity, because depending on the intensity, that will affect how deep of a massage it is, and you'll be able to actually prime these fast twitch muscle fibers to be able to work better. In fact, every single time I go sprint, I use my massage gun before I sprint, and I actively like put it on certain muscles, and I just quickly fire them really quickly, just like that, whilst I'm still massaging it. So I can try and activate the muscles and prepare them for moving. Another reason why I like this is because of that. Because you can actually change the intensity. You can go from really weak and slow, so you could use it to warm up with, and you can go to really intense, so it can really get into all of the muscles and really give it a deep massage. I've come to the conclusion that after using this massage gun, this probably contributes to about like 10% of the speed I have, because when I use a massage gun before I go and sprint, I feel like my body's more awake, it's more ready, it's active, and it's like, oh, okay, we're doing everything quickly, doing everything with intention, with explosiveness, with power. Okay, I'm ready to go do that. You just need to go tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it. That's what my body tells me. And when I've done all of the work and it's tired, it's fatigued, it's like, oh, I need to recover, I need to rest. I use the massage gun. It kind of makes me sleepy and just relaxes all of the muscles. So it's ready to just cool down and start to repair by the time I start going to sleep later on in the day, which isn't too far off usually, because most people train late. Other than that, this massage gun is just really good because with a foam roller, you can't target your back, which is why I like this again. Just in case you haven't realized, I really do like massage guns, because this attachment, I believe it is, if you put this against your back, it's able to massage your back. With a foam roller, if you was to put that against your back, what I'm gonna say is good luck, because you're kind of gonna break your back. I'm not gonna lie, unless you have a really small one. Because when you use when you use a foam roller, what ends up happening is it can only really massage your legs, and if you're a bit creative with it, a bit of your arms, and if you try to use it anywhere else, you're gonna end up injuring yourself. So what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna need to get a tennis ball or somewhere else. You might have to even pay to get someone to massage you professionally. But a massage gun does all of that at once. Because if you think about the amount of money you'd be spending again and again and again for all of that, if you wanted to make sure you're at your peak, it would be astronomical, because essentially you'd have to get, a tennis ball isn't that expensive, but you'd have to get a massage every 1 or 2 weeks. And the massages, I don't know how much a massage costs, but I know that after about a month, the cost or what you have to pay is going to be about around the same price of how much it would have been to get a massage gun. And a massage gun, all you need to do is charge it once every week, which won't cost much, and then use it every day. Not every day, but every single time you train, and you're going to be doing really well. And when it comes to cooling down and you need to stretch, these massage, I mean, they shine regardless, but the massage guns really, really shine in these scenarios because it's able to loosen up the muscles and just massage it really, really deep. And when that happens, say you have poor hip mobility, so you put the massage gun against your hip and you just let it massage it, and then you've done all of that, and now it's time to go stretch, you're going to be able to get into deeper positions. And the more you do this, the easier it is for you to get into that same position, and then a deeper position, a deeper position, a deeper position. So you're going to be able to improve your mobility at a faster rate than if you was just to use normal methods. Because I highly doubt that people who don't have massage guns are prepared and they're just like, okay, my sprint's done, okay, now it's time to go get some cream, massage my hips, massage everywhere else, and then time to go stretch. No one would, I don't think, I'm not going to say no one because there's always someone, but not many people would go to do that unless they believe that they're better than a massage gun, which, unless you've got the qualifications, I highly doubt is true. But even if you did have the qualifications, a massage gun would just make it so much easier, and it just save you so much time, which is why I think the benefits for sprinters when it comes to massage guns are just great, because it actually promotes recovery, and it also helps you to boost your mobility. But not just that, it also helps you improve your explosiveness for every single track session. Because when you generally go and sprint, think about this. If you do have a massage gun, think back to when you didn't have a massage gun, and if you don't have a massage gun, think about how it is when you train. Generally, you'll notice that there's certain days in the week where you're your best. Not the time so much, but the day. Certain days in the week where you're the best. It might be Monday, it might be Wednesday, it might be Friday, Tuesday, it doesn't matter what day it is. What if you could make it so that the days where you're not your best are just that much closer towards the days where you are your best? Because we already know that quality in sprinting is the number one thing we should be chasing. So if you're able to make sure the quality is high by ensuring you feel good and everything you do in your training sessions are more effective, that would allow you to get faster. Because of that, a massage gun would allow you to bridge the gap. Obviously, I'm not going to say the massage gun is going to make your bad days feel good and your good days, your bad days be as good as your good days. But what I'm trying to say is your good days could be great days and your bad days could be better days, essentially. And that improvement in quality would contribute towards you getting faster a lot more than if you was just to go and sprint like normally. Not that that wouldn't make you faster, because obviously as long as you're doing the right things, it's impossible not to get faster by sprinting. But think about the rate of improvement. Why would you settle for improving by 0.1 seconds every month when you could get 0.2 or 0.3, for example? I don't see a valid reason, which is why I have a massage gun, because I've noticed that you're able to actually bridge this gap between your bad days and your good days and make them closer. So every single time you go into the track, you're able to perform better, because the massage gun essentially just allows you to notice any injuries early if they do show up, because when you put a massage gun there, you'll actually be able to feel it. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. And even if they do feel an injury, it can also still help to promote the growth. And it allows you to be distracted less, because you're thinking less on, okay, I need to use a foam roll and move up, back, or just the thoughts. Because you want to make as many thoughts as possible focused towards sprinting. Because thoughts have power, believe me, thoughts have power. Because the more you're able to focus on something, the more you're able to improve. And if the more thoughts you can put towards sprinting, obviously, the better you're going to be able to improve. Because if you think about sprinting just whilst you're sprinting, you're only going to be able to improve whilst you're sprinting. But if you think about it all the time, you're going to be able to think of stuff. This is how ideas for inventions and innovations are usually formed. You just think about one thing for the entire day. Doesn't even have to be consciously sometimes, but just the process of having your mind empty enough to be able to just think about it is usually enough. It's like I've sat on the toilet before and I've thought of improvements for my form. I think I could say at least 5 times I've sat on the toilet and I've thought of ways to improve my form. Obviously, this is a bit extreme because this is nowhere near when I'm sprinting, but just being able to free up more of your thoughts, so to be able to think, focus more on trying to improve your sprinting would be great. Because imagine after your sprint session, all you have to do is think of the muscle, okay, quads, hamstrings, calves, hip flexors, glutes, and then you just have to stretch them and go, okay, quad stretch. And then during that time, all you have to do is count, and then subconsciously you can still, you're still probably going to be thinking about sprinting regardless of you use a foam or a massage gun. But if you use a massage gun, you're able to focus on it more with more thoughts essentially. So you're able to think, really review the training session that you just had, other training sessions, your form, whatever. It doesn't matter what you're thinking on, as long as you're thinking of something, that would also be able to help you improve. Which is why I think a massage gun is great, because just trying to make the entirety of sprinting just easier to do can only make you better as a sprinter. Why make things harder for yourself if you don't need to? Because sprinting is qualitative, not quantitative. So there's no need to make things harder if they don't need to be, because that's not really going to benefit you. Making things easy and make sure the quality is high will benefit you. If you like my content, don't forget to like and share it around. Comment any questions you might have. I'll always respond. I post at 1 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time every 2 days. So if you don't know what time that is, then just make sure you subscribe and you hit the bell, and you'll be notified every single time I post. You don't have to keep checking. Other than that, I also have a Patreon where I upload a blog post related to sprint training, gym training, and plyometrics. And I also, if you send them in, I can do sprint mechanic analysis for you and give them back to you, as well as doing one-on-one coaching towards sprint technique and helping to develop you in the gym and plyometrics. I hope to see you in my next video.